Can you guys hear me now? Okay. Let me know. I think you can hear me now. I see my volume is working. I'm so sorry. Oh my goodness. That's probably why my phone was blowing up. Okay. My phone was blowing up, and I'm like, why does this always happen when I go live? Suddenly my phone wants to blow up. I'm so sorry, you guys. Okay, so let me go back and let me just explain this very quickly to you again. Okay, so I'm so sorry, you guys. Um, what I have done is I went ahead and I recreated the basically the video sales letter page. But there are some things because it's pretty straightforward. Thank you guys for letting me know. I appreciate it. So there are some things that are pretty straightforward, like we've already discussed. So I didn't really want to like drag this training on and on and on. Okay. So let's go back up here. Let me explain to you what I did here first. Okay. So we wanted to add some new text. So what I did was I went to subheadline or whatever whether you want a bold headline or whatever. And then we need to go over to typography. All right. So let me explain again here because now I have to reverse engineer what I just said. I needed to find out this text, okay, this font. I didn't know what this font was, and I usually use a Google Chrome extension. What font? But this is not a live website, so it wouldn't let me do that. So what I did was I just went to the font and I click on inspect, and you can see here when you hover over that, it tells you font family Alex Brush. Okay, so what I did was I just went, now that I've selected that text, and then I just went to typography type and then custom font. And if you click default font, it allows you to search for whatever Google font you want to use. So since that was Alex Brush, you can click there. And now this is going to be Alex Brush. Like if I make this white, you can see it much better. Actually, it's not bold, so we'll just make it white, and then I'll make it a little bit bigger. So this is how you can change the font. And of course, you can do the same thing if you want to choose a specific font for your whole website at like the global settings. You could do that up here for typography. Same process, okay? So let me zoom through that again. I'm so sorry you guys cannot hear me. That happens sometimes, and then it's like the alternative is either testing every single time I go live, like once I am live, or wearing those big headphones. And honestly, I just hate that. So I'm so sorry. I need to find a better system than that because I've actually done that twice in the last couple months. So anyway, so what we need to do here, this is something that I kind of struggled with. I was trying to figure out if you look on the actual website that we're using, it's like a red box here, and then there's another box under it, but it has a shadow, and this doesn't have a shadow. Now, keep in mind, if this is like really complicated, that shadow is not going to make or break your conversions, right? It's just showing a little dimension, a little, interest in the website. So if that's too complicated, of course, just do what you need to do. But again, like I said, you're going to get this template, as soon as it's done. So if you're a member, it's going to be totally free. So what we need to do is, and what I did was I actually just, and if you really break it down here, this is like a column, and then we have a section. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm just going to add a whole section down here. Okay, so let's just choose one column. And then let's choose another column, and let's make that two. Okay, so here what I did was I added a subheadline, and then I added a main headline, and then I needed this to be, actually let's change the background first. So I need the background to be red. All right, so I went to red, and then all I had to do was just change this text. Oops, that's the background color, so I don't want that. I want the actual text. So I'm going to, it's not bold, so I'm going to choose white. This one is bold, so I'm going to go down to the bold text color and then change that to white. All right, so now we have, let me go ahead and add some space here so you can tell the difference where one ends and where one begins. So I'm going to go to margin and add some space. Okay, so that is how you can add that box. Okay, but now down here, we need to create basically a box with a shadow. So what I did was I just select the second or the section here, and then I can go to shadow, and let's do like a 40% shadow. Okay, so now we have our shadow. If we look at our image here, or our template, it is just an image, and then we have some text, and then we have like a title here for the actual price. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to add an image, and then I'm just going to add some paragraph text, and then right underneath that, we'll go ahead and add maybe like a subheadline. Okay, so that's basically the gist of that. Let's go ahead and upload the image. So let's go here, and just FYI, images, again, I don't want this to be redundant, so I'm just trying to breeze through, especially since it was silent the first part. So I went to my images, and again, I compressed it using tiny PNG, and then I came back here and I just uploaded it. So now that it's uploaded, I'm just going to double click. So there's my image. Now we have our text, so I'm just going to copy this, take it back to the website. I'm going to put it in the paragraph text, and Control V to paste, but I need to align it to the left, so I'm going to choose that. And then, of course, we have the value at $27. So let's go ahead and add that here. Control V to paste. Let's align that to the left. We can add some margin at the top to give it a little bit more space. Let's highlight and make it bold. We can definitely make it larger. So let's go to desktop. And we can even change the color of the font if we want to. So it is bold. So let's go here and let's make it red. Let's add some shadow here just for some, oops, we don't want the shadow of the box. We want the text shadow. So now let me find that. Text shadow. All right, let's just go back. That's easier. And here we have text shadow. So mid, that looks good. And that is exactly how I created this up here. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm just going to delete this because I just did it already. But that was pretty easy, but it did take me a few minutes to figure it out, you know, how to get, you know, I was messing with the padding and all of that stuff, but what I just showed you took me maybe 30 minutes to figure out how to do, and I just quickly showed you. Now, next time, of course, it'll be much easier. All right, so the rest of this website here, all I did was, you know, since we copied the ebook sales page, all I did was just copy and paste here so you can see it's basically the same, right? Actually, let's see. Did I save that? Let's just go ahead and we're just going to copy. Let's go back here. We're just going to paste. Control V to paste. Oops. Copy. Go back. And then Control V to paste. Okay, and save. And let's copy this. And we already have our image there. So Control V to paste. But this needs to be bold. And we need to change the color to white. So bold text is white. So that looks good. Let's go ahead and save. Now moving down, here we have a subtext, it looks like. So we'll copy. And is that the same? Here's how to get instant access to the video version today. And then we have some text, and then we have our image. It's a button, but it's actually an image. So we have not set any of the actions yet. So remember, when I build a funnel, I just like to get the content on there so that I know the sizing and all of that. Then I go and I make sure all the buttons are connected. Then I go and I make sure that all of the mobile view looks good. And then we start testing and things. Okay, so we have our button here. We need some more, like maybe another sub headline here. So let's just go ahead and we'll add this, add a sub headline. So I'm just going to paste, and then now we need like another headline. So I'm going to do Control C to copy, and we'll click here and Control V to paste. Now we need like another section here, and we need it to be red, and we need white text on top. So let's click here. And let's go to one, actually, I'm not really sure I want to do that. Let me delete this section. And let's try this. We'll just add some paragraph text and let's paste. All right, and now we need to change the background color. So I'm going to click here, and now you see the background is red, just like this. Let's go ahead and change the text to white. So we'll make that white. And it is in the middle here, so there are some things, like I could create like a section here that's kind of, or maybe, let's look at this. All right, so we need this to be, let's try padding. No, that doesn't work. Sorry guys, I'm still new to this one too. So I'm thinking, I know one way would be to add like a column, or actually we could add a section, like maybe a small section. Oops, maybe here. Or sorry, add a section and add maybe a medium section here. And then we could take this and drag it, or actually we need a row, so we'll choose one column. And believe me, there are so many different ways of accomplishing this, and I'm sure there are much, much better ways than what I'm doing here now. But the point is that I am a new builder to this tool, right? And it's not stopping me from building, and it's not stopping me from learning, right? So it's like you can accomplish something a million different ways and still receive the same result. Okay, so I'm looking now. I think this background, I need it to be white instead of this color. Let's go ahead and save. All right, so we could make this text a little bit larger. Okay, so, and then we could, like, let's make it 16 or 18. And then we could maybe adjust the padding a little bit just to add some more space to the left and right here. Okay. And it does have a green background because that is the actual background of the website. But I think what we could do here is make this a full width. Take this here and drag it up. Oops, nope, we don't want to do that. We need to make this the full width. And then we can delete this. And then we can change the background. Okay, so the reason this is green is because up here, the background setting is that green color. So what I needed to do was take a full length section and so that I could change that without having to change the entire background of the website. I just added a full length section with this column in here so that I could change the background color. So now I can go here and then change that to white. Okay. So let's say that we're happy with that. Definitely would want to play around to make it a little bit better. And then here we are again. We just have another panel here. And then we're just copying and pasting, right? So it's really self-explanatory, you guys. What we have here, this is just copied from the other page. And I don't want to bore you with all of that because we've already gone through those things. So I'm going to actually go out of here and then let's go ahead and do like basically a build of the thank you page, because remember on the thank you page what we need is, and we've titled it this is the thank you page. So we need to deliver the lead magnet, and we also need to give them the ability to access the products that they've purchased. Okay, so also remember that let's go ahead and add a full width here. We'll add a full width here and another full width. That's the header, the panel, and then the footer. Also remember that Oh crap, I forgot what I was getting ready to say. I just love doing this live. I think the sound thing totally just threw me off. Okay, so also remember what I was going to say. When we create the membership areas, we can connect our own domain. So for example, my training area in my website is training.myvisionagency.com. Okay, so when we're building out our thank you page, we want to, let's click here for a row. And what we want is a button. Okay, so this button, let's go ahead and name it. It's going to be the lead magnet. Okay, or let's just call it what we would really call it, free guide download. And we could add like an icon here, and we could say, let's see, download. So let's search the download icon. So this one's good. Okay, so we have that there. So now click here for the free download. Maybe we want to add an image of the download. So let's drag that here and let's go to our images. And our lead magnet download was, let's see, did we not put it in this folder? Let's see here with all of our images. I don't see our lead magnet that we created together that is actually on the home page. Let's see if yep, we put it in here. Okay, so we have our image here. We have the free download. Now what we need is a button. So let's add, okay, we got to add a row, one column, and let's go to button. And then we could just say, click here, or actually, instead of doing that, let's do this. We're going to add 2 columns, and we're going to add some subheadline. Then we're going to add a image, and then we're going to add a button. Okay, and we're just going to duplicate this. So now we're going to say ebook course. And then this one is going to be the video course. And then we can choose an image here. So I'm going to click here. Let's go here. Let's go to our Fiverr funnel. Let's grab an image of the ebook. Let's see. Is it Fiverr mind map cheat sheet? Here we go. There's the ebook. So let's go ahead and grab the image of the video course. This one will work. Okay, of course we want to shrink this down a little bit. That's a little large. Let's say 300. Actually, let's make it 250. That looks a little bit more comparable. Let's make this 250 as well. Okay. Yeah, I don't like that. So let's go back. All right. I do love that back button. That is just awesome. Okay. So now what we need to do is we can actually click here, or of course we want to design this button and all that. And again, I don't want to bore you with this because this has been a 2-week training, but it's important because there's a lot of things that you need to consider, right? So I just want to make sure that you have the skeleton, and then I will just go and design it just like we've been doing up to this point. Okay, so let's say click here to access your purchase, and then we're going to send them to our training website. All right, now I want you to notice that I'm going to just go ahead and type this in. My vision agency, agency.com. All right. This is definitely something I always have to do. I'm going to just test this and make sure that the link is good. Okay. So the link is good, and I'll have it open in a new tab. Just want to make sure I didn't have any spelling errors. And then we're going to do the same thing here. Okay, let's change this to the link URL. And the cool thing about this system, the way that it works is they're going to click here and they're going to go to that ebook purchase. Okay. So inside the training area. Now, if they click here, guess what? They're going to the same place. But the reason that that this works so well, oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's go back. All right, cool. The reason that this works so well is because you are going to be giving access depending on the purchase. So they're going to the same place. They don't have to go to a completely different e-learning or membership area. They're going to receive access based on their purchase. Okay. So when they log in, if you see, this is the basic thing, and then we're going to put the link to our download here, okay? But I'm going to get out of here because I want to show you this membership area. So when they go in, they're going to receive the same, or they're going to the same place, right? With all of your products and everything. But it's just like I have the resources here. We can set it to be opening in a new tab, and then you can decide. So it's the same area, but for example, I have more resources here in my training area, but it just depends on the purpose, right? So if you are a HighLevel agency owner, meaning you've clicked my link and you've created your own HighLevel account, you will have access to HighLevel agency resources in here, okay? You'll have access to all of these things as well, and the vision resources, but you will not have access to those things if you do not have a HighLevel account. One, that is just, it's easier for you to like try to figure out, because I do have the agency, and then I also have, I'm a HighLevel affiliate. So it doesn't confuse you, but also it helps when it comes to like products that people have purchased. So you may be, let's say you're a member, and then I decide that I'm going to release a course that I'm actually going to charge for. You're still going to log in here, but unless you actually purchase that course, you're not going to have that available in your training area. Okay. So that's kind of how that works. So you can log into the same place every single time at training.myvisionagency.com. However, only the products that you have permission to access are you going to have access to. And it's going to be decided upon user action. Okay. So let's say that you are the agency owner, or you have your own account within Vision Marketing and Design. Okay. And you add a team member to the account. They're not necessarily going to have access to this. Okay. It needs to be, it's going to depend on the user. So even if they're logging into the same account, it just depends on the user who's going to have access. All right. So hopefully I have clarified that. I will definitely make this a lot more pretty, but I didn't want to take a lot of your time, especially since the first part of the video, I was not even speaking. So Linwood says, finally, you're so welcome. Yes, everyone was calling. Stuff happens. Too cool. Okay, cool, guys. All right. So thank you so much for joining me. I will see you all tomorrow, same time, same place for our Friday Q&A. So make sure to go to the resources tab and go to the vision resources. And there you will see the Zoom link to join me in the training. Okay. And the Friday Q&A. So thank you again for joining me. I really appreciate it. I will see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Go make your vision a reality. Bye.